We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. They said, added that sex.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing platform. Thank you so much for joining me on today's program, and I wish you a very happy new year. Finally, we are now in the year 2025, and as we proceed in the year 2025, we must not forget that we have a lot of responsibilities. Our responsibility in this platform is to give you information and make sure that you have an update on what is going on in Biafra land, more especially things that has to do with the restoration of independent state of Biafra. Today, I am going to share with you a very important video. Please pay attention to this video. In all the information that we see here, you are going to see that they have started again a new deceit to distract us from the restoration of independence of Biafra. We must not be distracted. It is either Biafra or nothing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it to us, and he has not changed his mind. If anybody tries to insinuate that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have changed, that is a lie. Watch this video from beginning to the end. You will understand that the enemies will never give up. And those of us who are focusing on the restoration of Biafra, we must not give up. Do not get distracted, regardless what you hear or what you see. Always remember that it is Biafran first. All eyes must be on the rising sun. Every eye must be on the rising sun. Do not allow yourself to be carried away with things that are happening around you. The restoration of independent state of Biafra is one thing that we must focus on. We have the United States of Biafra now. Let's watch.
Read this comment and let's talk about it. It might look small, but it is voluminous. Yes, now. In every conversation where there is identity crisis, where there is Igbo or tribal discussion, the first shade people will throw at you is that Igbo does not have leaders. And they will even go as far as making an instant like, if they have a leader, what's Nnamdi Kanu doing? Calm down. Let's talk about it. Yes, Igbo does not have a leader. In quotes, Igbo does not have one single person that everybody listens to. But is it only Igbos? Yes. That is why you should listen to me. The question I will be asking in this video, 99.9% people will not want to attend to it because it will hit your foundation. Is it only Igbo that does not have a leader? Tell me who is an Hausa leader. Tell me who is an Yoruba leader. Because you don't know. But you would think that Yoruba has a leader. No. Yoruba as a name does not have a single leader. But every kingdom in Yoruba has a leader. The Oyo have their own leader. The Ife have their own leader. The Jabus have their own leader. The Lori have their own leader. Whether you call it Caliphate or you call it Oba or you call it Onio, every kingdom has their own leader. The fact that they come together and work as one does not mean that the other people who does not come together does not have a leader. Just as Yoruba have their different leaders, the Igbos also have their different leaders. But for the fact that you think that like a Benin or an Egala has an Ata and Benin has Oba, Igbo people must have like that. No, everybody are not born and created the same way. Yes, and that's why we use the word Igbo Enweze. Igbo Enweze does not necessarily mean that they don't have a king, My village has a king, the Biafra Chubo, Obichuku Malese. You understand me? We have a king. And apart from my king, we have other title men that are occupying different positions. The Iyase, the Odogun, the Uwolo. We have the Zendenzos, the Ekpalas, that are ruling different. And if you come to a quarter, we have the Okpalas that are ruling different quarters. Onye Chiobe. And it comes by age. Yes. The Ukwani people are still the one retaining that cultural heritage that Igbo people have as their leader. Diopala Uku Keze. That is a title in Ukwani. Diopala Uku Keze. Meaning that the eldest man is older than the king. He is bigger than the king. He is superior to the king. That is how Igbo clan are built. Igbo clan are built by the oldest person rule the place. That is how he built. However, the question I want to ask you that you don't want to attend, you that is claiming that you have a king, what is the achievement of your society by having that king? Because when you throw this shade, tell us about Igbo's leadership, what has your leaders done for you that you want to throw shade on Igbos? What has the leaders put money in your pocket? Let me tell you, Dubai is not a country. Dubai is a state in UAE. Dubai is not ruled politically. Dubai is ruled by a prince. A prince. The prince of Dubai. This prince is a ruler and a king in Dubai. Do you see the achievement? Tell me the achievement of your king in your place. Yes, that's what I mean. This is the question I'm asking you. What have you achieved? You that have a king, what has he done for you politically, economically, sociologically, and financially? Has he put money in your pocket? Has he developed your place? Has he made you better than us? Today, Igbos in Domaras are the richest tribe in Africa. What has your king done to make you people in the map? That's why I said the question I will ask, none of you want to answer it. Once you understand it, then throwing shade is of no use. You are just making caricature of yourself. You are just disgracing your own people. You just come online and be saying, Igbo people does not have a king. Who has your king helped? What is the achievement of having a king when the king is of no use? I mean, am I trying to insult the kings? No. But I'm trying to tell you they are of no use. No king in Nigeria has ever made the society to benefit anything. It is just for their selfish interest. Some king or the emirs in Sokoto, their people are suffering, but they have oil well in Niger Delta. Some king are driving jeep, but their poor people living in their gates begging food. When the state government bring investment, share, or when the politicians corrupt, share money, give them, they keep quiet and start singing praise of the politician. What has your king done for you? What have you benefited from it? When you ask questions, you don't just ask it. See, you can only ask questions when you have an evidence of achievement that you can use to prove. Not when you just ask questions because you want to throw a shade to somebody doing better than you. Igbo does not have a king because you don't hear one Igbo king shouting he's like Oba or he's like Emir of Sokoto. Is that what you mean? Is that what you call a king? What has your king done for you? Igbo Nweze does not mean that we don't have, but Igbo as a word does not have a king, just like Yoruba does not have a king. Who will Yoruba claim that is their king? If they point one for a corner, the Yoruba in Oyo will quarrel with him. He's not superior. The Oni will quarrel with him. So do they have? If one emir in Sokoto claim that he's the entire king of the whole Fulani, what of the one in Kwara? What of the one in Zamfara? What of the one in Kano? That's the problem. Do they have? But when you come to Igbo people, you want to throw a shade. Igbo does not have a king. You want to use your small community to compare with an Igbo that have different kingdoms inside them. Do you know how many kingdoms conglomerate to become an Igbo? Do you know? You cannot use it to compare. You cannot fraction Igbo like that. To say that Igbo does not have a king. You cannot. The Onitsha have an Obi. The Oka has a leader. The Aguleri has an Eze. The Ngwa people, the Udi people, the Nsukka people have a leader. These are superior mentality that makes you think that your king is better than others. What has your king done for you? That is when you can be able to say you are better than others because you have a king. If your king is speaking for you in a case where it matters, if your city are being developed, if your city are being governed, if insecurity are not your place, and the decisions are made because your king stand for it. In Benin today, boys are being tried in court. Has the Oba stopped it? Has it? And other people kidnap, ritual taking place. Has the Oba stopped it? That is the truth. So when you give credit and be throwing shade, Igbo does not do this thing, you are making it look as if you're old. The problem we have in Nigeria is that people will have a problem in their house. They won't talk about it, but they will point a finger to others. Show me one family that does not have issues. Show me one family. I know they even talk of village that does not have issue. Every village has a criminal and a prostitute among them. I mean, indigene, not be say visitors. Every village has one person that is a criminal, a thief, hardened one, and one prostitute. But no, you won't talk about your village. You just carry Igbo people for head. Igbo people do this, Igbo people do that. Show me one village. I know they talk of even local government. Your village, even if 11,000 people, even there must, and I'm not talking of one thief, you must have 2, 3, 4 thieves in your village. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 prostitutes. You have village daughters that are doing a shower and professional, they are not hiding it. Tell me, is there any village that does not have one criminal? I mean, indigene, son of the soil, that the father will be shouting, I don't know where I can get this speaking, no, it don't they disgrace me. In every community, there's a criminal. But none of you will talk about handle your own. It's just about Igbo people do this, Igbo people do that. That criminal in your village, is he not stealing from your people? Has your king been able to handle the issue? That prostitute in your village, is he not sleeping around with the people of your village too? Has your king been able to solve the issue? I'm out of here, Joe.
Is the question. Why is it that the Europeans are afraid of other countries within Africa, may follow up the breakup of Nigeria, and they would want to break up and form their own country? I want you people to ask yourself, why are they thinking like this? Because I have come across a lot of arguments where somebody will say, okay, they want to maintain Nigeria so that, because they are afraid. According to them, during the 1967-1970 Biafra, the issue was that if Biafra, succeeded in breaking away from Nigeria, other African countries will want to follow suit. Now, I ask again, why are they afraid of that? My people, it is not about natural resources. Some people say they are afraid to lose natural resources. It is not afraid to lose natural resources. No. Of course, business is part of it. Business is part of it, which natural resources is also one of the factors. But this is not the issue. The issue here is not about the natural resources. Because anyhow, they are still going to have access to these natural resources. Somehow, they are going to have access to it. But it is not about natural resources. Well, so when natural resources is one compelling factor, but we should go beyond natural resources. It is time we begin to think beyond natural resources. It is not about natural resources. They are afraid of the economic power that will come from Africa when Africa divide along tribal line. Because you see, they know, they are afraid for you to know what they know. So it is not about natural resources. If you are thinking that it is because of natural resources, my brother, somehow you are right, but you are not right completely. You are getting the main point very wrong. The point here is that they are afraid of you adopting the system that made them what they are today. And what is that system? Dividing your country along tribal line. And that is what we want to do. That is exactly the brain we want to bring to Biafra. We want to bring Biafra, and Biafra will be divided along tribal line. That Efik, Ijo, Ichekiri, all these people will be the confederated state of Biafra. You are going to have your own government, your own autonomy, make decision, control your natural resources. If you have 1 trillion ton of whatever you have in your land, you control it. And we are going to have the central government. And it is going to be joint military. The military is going to be like a NATO. If anybody is attacked, the entire Biafra will come. So we are going to have one common defense system. One common defense system. You see, just like this Europe is a little bit different. Europe is, they have countries and all that. And within this country of Europe, there are countries that have autonomy, that have also autonomy within their own countries. Believe me, this is what they don't want us to do. This is what they don't want you to do. The Europeans discover that when they are together as one bunch people with different background, different culture, different language, different understanding, different thinking, things were not working. Things were not working. From 1940, 1930s, 1950s, 1960s, when these countries in Europe were still in one big for nothing country, there were no progress. In fact, do you know that, let me tell you, when they tell you that in Nigeria, in a Benin or so, or is it in Ibadan or so, they have television before Switzerland. They have television, TV in Nigeria or in Yoruba land. Yoruba land, they have TV before Switzerland. Do you know why? Do you know why Yoruba were able to have television before some countries in Europe? Because that time the economy was divided along tribal line. You have, they call it region. They call it regional government. They call it region. It is not region. It was divided along tribal line. And the tribe were allowed to develop and govern themselves. And also, we were told that during that time, Oduduwa, Yoruba have their embassies, their consulate, even in the United Kingdom. And according to them, they even had their own passport. Oduduwa you see today, Yoruba people you see today, had their own passport.
Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike. Hope a sịkwana na ọdịghị ihe Chineke ga-eme, ọ ga-emekwa ya ịfụnanya. Isi ndị Igwe na enwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra, ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Ezu aka ọ dị. Ịghọtago? Ọnwa pie. Ogbugbo ọtụtụ ọtụtụ agwụgbo.
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played, this video. Please like and share the video. Share to all platforms. After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what do you think about the video I just played? go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section, and I bet you I am learning a lot from there, and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much, and stay blessed. Don't forget to share, and we continue to bless you as you share. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move. Airborne.